Boom.
Make sure we get the overly. He added something to it this week. Here, juice. He added the shoulders.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's even going in reverse.
Yeah, he's got it. Emmy's the only one that can compete with you on doing that.
I don't even try.
Welcome to the Pivot.
Hey guys, like Jared said, welcome to the Pivot. We are on week 6 of the NFL.
Yes.
But before we get onto that, we are the Pivot. We are executively produced by Toby Bikini, brought to you by
Vast Bank.
everyone.
Vast Bank.
Yeah, there we go. And Vast Crypto
Yep.
for your crypto needs. We are on show 7, and we are here to build a DK lineup for you all. And hopefully we get out of this rut, guys, right? We're kind of building ourselves a little, we make a podcast, so we need a little drama build up, right?
Yeah.
So we've set this thing up for us to make a raging comeback, right, Juice?
Right.
I'm not worried.
I told Jared I'm not worried.
We might score more points this week than we've scored collectively in the last 3.
I think this is a game of variance, and we are due to hit some of the good side of the variance.
Yes.
With that said, hindsight 2020. Do we have much to talk about in review? Jared was quick in the chat to point out that we suffered some injuries. In
We
the lineup.
had 3 injuries last week.
In game.
In-game.
Like
Yeah.
early in game.
Early in game, we had Rashad Penny who fractured his
He is
tibia.
done. Thank you.
We had
Rest in peace, Mr. Penny.
Damian Harris who hurt his hamstring. And then we had Chris Olave.
I think he did good with that the first
Olave?
time. Yeah.
He had a concussion in the end zone.
Okay, but he got the touchdown.
He got the
That was
touchdown.
the good
I
one.
mean, about the only thing is
He
he
got
gets
the-
hurt and he gets the touchdown.
he
He's
got
gone.
and he got knocked out.
Yeah.
I don't know that he remembers that touchdown.
I'm not sure he does. I hope he's doing okay.
Anyway, what are our thoughts? The week before, the industry was missing the points. This week, listening to some of the reviews, there were some 200s.
Oh yeah, it was like
we were off. James
the-
Allen was there to play, or not James Allen. James Allen, former high school legend.
legend.
We had some play. The big cash game plays were either Brady or Buffalo Court. What?
Josh Allen.
Thank you. Why can't I get his name right?
Yeah.
They seem to be the 2 common cash game plays, right?
If you played the industry cash lineup this week,
you
you're
nailed it.
top 100 in the Millie Maker.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
221 was the average
Right.
on like roto grinders, right?
So it was like the chalk.
The chalk busted.
hit
It's been all
everywhere.
season, to be honest.
It really has.
It really has been all season.
And I think that's kind of why we haven't done that well, is because we are a little bit more contrarian than most. So
Yeah.
Year 1, we were snorting the chalk. Now we're off the chalk a
Yeah.
little bit. We went to rehab.
Yeah, rehab.
We built,
No more chalk for us.
We built some ways to keep ourselves off that.
Well, I've got the Millionaire Maker pulled up here if we want to go
so
through
I
it.
was you were gonna let me transition to that.
Yes.
So tell us how'd they win it? How'd they become millionaires?
So they had Josh Allen at quarterback,
That was a good
39 points,
call.
16 points.
Didn't he
Leonard,
have all that in the first half?
yes, he had 370 yards in the first half, and I think 4 touchdowns.
He did.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
That's good. Yeah, and then Leonard Fournette, 35.9.
I don't know how I missed Fournette.
Alvin Kamara, 27.4. Chris Godwin, 12.3 was in the Millionaire
Look at
Maker.
those Buccaneers that I said last week I'm scared to play.
This was a guy I was on, but I, for some reason, got off of him. Tyler Lockett, 30.4 points.
Also had him in my Rays lineup and took him out.
Gabe Davis with that 98-yard touchdown as soon as football started. He got 35.1 points.
If you were playing tournament DFS, you had about 2 minutes to enjoy your team. You either had Gabe Davis on it or you were no longer going to be winning tournaments.
Yep. Otten for Tampa Bay, 10.3.
We just talked about him.
He was only 2,500 last week.
He's still dirt.
Yeah, he's like 29 this week. Bryce Hall in the flex,
That was great.
30.7.
I mean, God,
we were on him.
Yeah, we played him in cash.
And then Cowboys, 23 points against the Rams.
Did we also play them in cash?
I
I can't remember. We had a good cash lineup. In case you were wondering, we had a good cash lineup.
Yeah, we beat the other juice.
We did. We pressed is what we call in the industry. We made it double the value, and we won easily. We doubled its point total.
Jared,
So-
real quick, can you read the ownership percentages, like just
On
from top
which
to
one?
bottom? On all of them.
All of them. Josh Allen was 12% owned.
That's pretty high.
Fournette was 14.
I can't
Kamara, 13.9. Chris Godwin, 27.3.
Wow. And
Lockett.
so he was 27% under the Millionaire Maker.
Yeah. And then Lockett, 13.3. Gabe Davis was
By the
only
way, anything over 10 in the Millionaire Makers is high.
Yeah. 7.4 for Gabe Davis.
Yeah, that was the steal.
Otten was 7.8, more than Gabe Davis. Bryce Hall was 9.6. Brees Hall, 9.6. And then Cowboy is 22.7.
There you go.
The Cowboys D was big.
Chalky lineup.
Yep, a
So
chalky.
say again, what was the Cowboys 27.7? That was their points or their
They had
percentage?
23 points, and they were 23.7% owned.
Wow.
Yeah, they were really being pushed on the Sunday shows.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a rare Millionaire Maker win. None of his plays were under 9% owned.
Right.
No, he
7% owned.
It was basically a 2v2 that won it, which was Gabe Davis was one of them, and I believe
Otten. I think
was the
Otten
other
was.
one.
You had to have Otten to get
if
Gabe.
you had those two players right there, you won the Millionaire Maker, but you were off the train basically.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Yeah, you got to distinguish yourself from everybody else if you're playing the chalk lineup, and he was able to distinguish just enough to win $1 million.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, chalk has been the year of the chalk. Okay, transitioning on. Speaking of chalk, let's start focusing on this week and find out who the industry is saying that everybody's.
We were doing the 50-cent.
50
Oh, how did I miss that?
Matt,
My bad.
Matt.
I even had it. I had it.
Damn.
I had it.
He's so fired up. To get
I
on the horse
want to get
this
ready to build. We
weekend.
need to
Yeah.
build something. Yeah, hold on. Sorry, man. Another chance for Jared to get those shoulders working.
Yeah, I can't do the shoulders, but I can do the head bob. Another short segment this week.
Oh, is it?
Fairly.
Give it to us. One? I think there's one.
There's only one.
I think there's
What do you
one, and
think?
we all know who it is.
It's Buffalo, Kansas City.
But is it one or is it more than one?
Oh, there's two.
Okay, two is the correct answer.
So what's the? I think I know the other one. You want me to guess first?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Jared.
Wait, no one was wrong.
I thought you were gonna guess, so I had my finger on the button.
He's just waiting for the other.
just waiting.
I'm waiting for the Jags versus whoever the Jags are playing this week.
So then,
Dallas, no, Philadelphia.
yeah, I'm gonna go with that too. I agree.
Yeah.
Cardinal Seahawks.
Oh wow, that was the other one.
I keep thinking Philadelphia is still
I know.
playing
I
the
was
Cardinals.
thinking the same thing
Okay.
because you made me think that now after you said it. So many
What do you
times.
think Geno Smith's future as a DFS quarterback is?
I'm very bullish on it.
Yeah, he's looking good.
I agree.
I don't think it stops this week either.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned like 3 weeks ago that maybe the Seahawks just had it right?
Yep, ahead of the curve is what you said.
I'm amazed that nobody like on the TV shows industry has brought up the fact that I think Pete Carroll 100% knew last year that Russell Wilson sucked.
Yeah.
And that's why they weren't throwing the ball.
And then they gave him $250 million.
Yeah,
Maybe-
and they moved him to Denver, and guess what? He sucks there, and Geno Smith is cooking. Remember it was let Russ cook?
Yeah.
Let Geno cook.
Maybe there's some kind of curse with Denver because we can't get a good quarterback. It's just
We?
yeah, I'm a Denver fan.
Oh, I mean,
I
clearly.
mean, you did, but he's past his prime. I think he's shot.
That sucks. I
Yeah.
thought this was
And
the year.
nobody saw it, but Pete Carroll.
Nope.
I think
You guys
that's
already
really-
lost Williams. You're done.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
I forgot to mention. What did I forget to mention? I just lost my train of thought. Rays League, not doing real well.
Nope.
Juice had a good week though last week in Rays League. Top 5,
Top 10.
top 10.
Top
Eighth,
10?
I think.
You're the only. I think the show is 34th. I think I might be 32nd.
Yeah, I'm scared to look at the rankings.
Yeah, I don't
I
even-
don't,
it's not even
I
like
don't even
rankings.
want to
Okay,
look at it.
let's
But I do
move-
want to see how Juice did. Yeah, he got 8th, 166 points in Rays League.
Moving on. Let's go back. So, 50. Let's talk about some 50-cent pieces that we might like. Games to go over 50 that they're not. I've got one that I like.
Okay.
Okay, what is
You're
it?
pretty good. You've been pretty good with these so far.
Green Bay Jets.
Green Bay
I
Jets.
think that's going to be high scoring. I see that going over 50.
So you think that the Jets are going to score how many points?
I mean, I think it's like a 35-24 game.
So are they,
38-24. I
are
think.
Ooh, that's a pretty high score.
I
are
think
they
it's
going to
going-
be passing touchdowns?
I don't know that I have broken it down that specifically there. I feel like I'm on the stand here.
Because my super contrarian like this week is Elijah Moore. Even though Green Bay has some good secondaries in there.
I don't think Green Bay's secondary is all
Is
that
that
great.
the earliest contrarian play of the week that we've ever had on the show?
Right?
This
Well,
is,
we were on the game. I just
Wow.
I think Elijah Moore's gonna have a breakout game.
He's about the third best receiver on that team though right now.
Well, no, it's Garrett Wilson and then him, and then Corey Davis gets some slot stuff. But
He gets some red zone stuff.
he does. But Elijah Moore, he's
He's
due for
very
a long
athletically talented.
pass touchdown.
I'm a little bit less bullish on the idea that Elijah Moore is. I think that people got high on him when he was drafted, and they
He had
are
a
looking
good season last year.
Yeah, he's capable. I think Zach Wilson prefers him more than
Garrett Wilson, or
no. There is a quarterback on the Jets team named Zach Wilson.
yeah, I know.
He throws the ball to the receiver.
I was saying you were saying you think he likes him more than Garrett Wilson.
No, the backup. Well, yeah,
Flacco.
I think he likes Zach Wilson. Throws it more to Elijah Moore than
Okay.
Flacco was.
I see. Okay.
Flacco seemed to be focusing on Garrett Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zach Smith. Now you got me all. Zach Smith.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Is definitely focusing a little more on Elijah Moore. So anyway, we'll see. I like that game. You got one? Who's Jacksonville playing this week?
Jacksonville's playing the Colts.
I mean, that's clearly going.
Last time they
50.
played the Colts, what was it? It's 24-0. Jacksonville won.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading today that people think that the Colts, they're playing at home, that the Colts are going to win.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be a decent
Okay,
game.
so I spoke for you. What is the one that you think is going to go over 50?
I think that Cincinnati Saints will be a good game.
Okay, that's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
So, Juice, as you're looking at what game you like, I hear reports that Jamar Chase is a thug. Thoughts on that?
A thug?
That's breaking
This is
news.
breaking news along with Kadarius
I
Toney.
just dropped a bomb on him.
He could be a thug. Yeah, he could be.
So,
Not as much of a thug as Draymond Green.
wasn't he? Well, yeah.
Wow.
That's a level of thuggish.
I mean, that guy
Was
should be in
Jamar
jail.
Chase committed to KU for a year? Is that a true story?
Not that I remember.
We're going to have to look into that.
You're talking about the 5-1 Kansas Jayhawks that are traveling to Norman this
Yeah,
weekend?
that I sold my tickets for $0, so that I don't have to go to
I
that
do.
game.
I do really quickly want to go back to the Jaguars Colts game because I think
Is that your sneaky 50-point game?
I think it's an interesting game because I mean I think whoever wins this game is sort of takes the leg up in that
AFC
division.
South, that terrible division. Yeah.
It's terrible, but I mean someone's got to win it. So
I agree. It is a big game.
it's kind of a big game, a sneaky big game under the radar. But
I like that sneaky big game. That's
brilliant.
sneaky big game alert.
If Tua were playing this week, I would be all over the Vikings Dolphins.
Yeah.
Exactly. I
I like some pieces in
you
that
can make
game.
some argument for playing Skylar Thompson.
You could.
You
Hell
really
yeah.
could.
I mean,
we'll
he
talk
did
about that one.
all right.
But I play. Anyway, we won't get into my terrible performance, but I try to play up at quarterback. It doesn't work. I try to play down at quarterback. It's not working. All right.
I think the Buccaneers Steelers
Yeah, I
is
mean,
a little under the radar.
the
could
Steelers
shoot
have
out.
been some terrible showing. I mean, they just got hosed like last week by Buffalo. So
And I think Tampa Bay's defense is not as good as it's been in years
Advertised.
past. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean,
this isn't a beautiful slate of scoring extravaganza, right?
it's going to be interesting because I think everyone's going to be on the Bills-Chiefs game, right?
So we haven't mentioned too much about it other than that it was a 50-point game. I mean, we're kind of in a week where we have a game that people in the industry, people who aren't in the industry, everybody's going to recognize that this game is blow-up potential, right? at 50
I feel
points.
like we have two games this week where everybody's on.
Seattle being the other one. Seattle, Arizona. Yeah.
I kind of feel like this Buffalo Kansas City game. It's either you get a piece of it and you have to get a piece of it to stay competitive, or
Yeah.
you can be super contrarian and get off it and get lucky that you don't have a piece of the game that sucked.
I mean, Kansas City is a funnel to Kelsey. I mean, there's no real great play. Anyway, we can
Yeah, he had
break
4
down the plays.
touchdowns last week. He didn't even have that many yards, but he had so many red zone looks that it was
That's ridiculous.
crazy.
Andrews and him are just blowing up while Pitts does nothing.
Who?
Pitts.
Who?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I agree.
I've given up on Pitts.
It's rough.
It's a rough scene for that kid, man.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on over, right? Let's start
Yeah.
focusing
Guessing
a
the
little
chop.
more on
Let
this
me
week.
let me say something real quick. before
That
we
Jared's
start.
going to do terrible at this game.
I think you both are going to do well this week. Just
Okay.
take your
That's
time on your answer.
I think it might be
hold-
obvious.
Hold
through.
on. That's hilarious.
All right.
I mean, what?
I have faith in you guys.
I'm gonna be picking obvious picks. I mean, there doesn't make. I mean, maybe not. I don't know.
I
They're
would
expensive.
I would like, if it's okay with you guys, to mix it up a little bit. Let's start at running back this week.
Okay,
as quarterback.
Okay.
Let's shake it up a little bit.
Let's do it. Let me get to the running backs. Got to clear my DK lineup. It's a little sneak peek of what I had going. Okay, chalky.
There's a reason I did this.
I'm going. My chalk's going to be Walker the third, and if
Okay.
it's not the chalk yet, it's going to be by Sunday.
I was looking at that one, but so this one has a contingency. I don't know if the ownership percentage
I know
has
who he's going to guess.
counted for this yet, but I think Eno Benjamin's got to be up there.
Okay. Wow.
Do we both? Do we? Is it a no or is it a good?
What did I say before we started the segment?
I think you said that we were going to do good.
And you so far so good. So Kenneth Walker the third is third.
Third. Okay. Well,
Eno Benjamin is second.
Nice.
Ramondre Stevenson is
yeah,
number one.
I forgot about
Yep.
Stevenson.
Yeah.
He's so cheap, and if with Harris out,
He's
coming-
actually 6,000. He's not as cheap as.
Well, that's
So is Harris going to be locked and loaded?
You mean Stevenson?
Stevenson? I'm sorry, I apologize. Stevenson. See,
I don't know.
we're coming off a bad week with New England running backs. It's bad. We picked a bad week to quit sniffing New England.
Do you think, out of curiosity of myself, do you think that New England's going to be leading this game?
I'll be honest. I haven't really broke down the New England game much yet.
it's surprisingly closer the spread than what I would have first thought. Because you could say the Browns could easily be 5-0 this year.
That game could be weirdly high scoring. The Browns have no problem scoring touchdowns, it appears.
Yeah, and Brissett's been doing good, just like Geno Smith. Like, also another surprise. Not as good as Geno Smith, but he's been producing
Yes.
enough to make a Njoku like a legit tight end this year.
Yes, he's been a very legit tight
He's
end.
been great.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's he got paid a bunch of money. So, okay. So, you told us,
The
yes.
top three, number 4 is Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I like
Number
him.
5 is Alvin
So,
Kamara.
so Barkley was wearing a questionable tag. Is that gone?
I've not seen anything that he's not going to play.
Yeah, it's gone. It's not on there anymore.
Jeff Wilson is right after Kamara. Raheem Mostert, who you liked going into the season in
I did.
Miami, you were so far seem right about. And then Leonard Fournette and Taylor, I think, round out the top.
Fournette, they raised his price, but man, he keeps performing. Like,
Yeah.
he keeps getting the throws, he keeps rushing, gets touchdowns. He's just
Yeah, last week he had 14 rushing attempts and 11 targets.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Brees Hall is right outside the top 10.
He had a great game.
Dalvin Cook, Mixon, Chubb, McCaffrey, then Devin Singletary, A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones.
Wow. So did you hear what I've listened to? I've heard a lot of people say this week, don't pay up at running back because there's too much good value in the $5,000 range. What do you think on that?
Oh, well, I mean, you got Stevenson, who's the most expensive of the three. Then you got 4,600 and 5,400.
Yeah,
I mean,
some cheaper plays, right?
Here's the thing. Well, as we get into the other positions, we can talk about it. But
Where are we going next?
let's go to receiver.
All right.
So, chalkiest wide receivers of the week. Okay, so top gang. I'm going to go McKenzie. That's
Well, I'm
off
going to pick
wall.
from the same game. I'm going to say Gabe Davis. People are going to be chasing, and he's not super expensive.
Not
Would both be wrong.
No, God!
Really?
No, God!
close.
No,
Not even nothing. Not even the chart.
No!
This has to be wrong.
Yeah, seriously, like Gabe Davis against Kansas City.
No, it's not wrong.
He's
Hold
double.
on,
We
let me
got
see.
a juice double check.
Gabe
there.
Davis has at least got to be in the top 10 if he's not in the
Am I
top
just not
5.
seeing him? He's not there.
He's not in the top 10.
He's kind of a weird pricing though, right?
He's 6,500. It's not that bad.
Well, I
He's there. He's there. He's not in the top 10 by any means. Isaiah McKenzie is below him.
okay. We
Stephon
didn't
Diggs is way
Should we-
down there.
Since we missed the top 10, should we do shot number 2 here?
Sure.
I'm gonna go Tyler Lockett, number 2.
Oh, wow.
Did I really pick what you?
You really did. Okay, let me see here. Give me a second. I'm going to go with Dobbs.
Ooh, okay.
He's up there.
I'd like to hear this one.
Tyler Lockett's number 1.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
nice.
Boom.
Nice.
Ow.
I wish I would have said it before you did.
Chris Godwin, number 2.
Wow, Mr. Popular from the Millionaire Maker.
DK Metcalf is number 3.
That's who I almost
Wow.
guessed.
So people really
I
like
did not
this
see
game.
Stephon Diggs. He's number 4. Makes sense.
Okay, so sounds like the Seattle stack is pretty popular. I know who I'm guessing at quarterback when we get there.
So remember you guys said everyone's going to be all over the Chiefs and the Bills.
Right.
Their salaries are very prohibitive.
They
It's
really
very
are.
hard to like
But
fit
if
a
you've
lot
got
of pieces.
$5,000 running backs, you can do it.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see as
it's
we build.
it's hard to build a lineup where you stack one of those teams and then do a callback or
A run back.
a run back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I was
it's
having
so
trouble with.
expensive. Yeah.
So
And
if you've noticed so far, it seems like
Where's Shakir on there? Are they people completely off him with McKenzie coming back? Because he looked great last week. So
I think
He
people
did.
are off him if McKenzie's back.
I just can't imagine that they're just going to say, "Hey, you looked really good last week. We're not going to play you at all."
He's still worth a dart throw,
That's what
3,700.
I agree. In tournament
Yeah.
play, he should still be in there.
But I mean, I think what we're seeing right now is that the Seattle, Arizona players are very well priced.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
agree.
real easy to fit them into lineups.
So you think that game gets better percentage ownership than the Kansas City Buffalo?
I mean, according to this, yes, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see.
Okay.
Should we go to quarterback now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm going to say it first.
You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'm going to say it first. Geno Smith.
Okay.
I'm going to go with. I'll go Josh Allen just to.
See, I told you guys
Yeah,
were going to do
well,
well.
we're killing it.
So Josh Allen's number 1.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Geno Smith is number 2.
Nice.
Tom Brady is 3rd.
Did I get 2 number ones there?
I
just
think
wanna
you
make
did.
Sure you know
You
that.
Patrick Mahomes
You got
is
Lockett
4th.
and you got Allen.
Boom.
Patrick
But
Mahomes
I was
is
on
4th.
both of them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. Who was 4th?
Mahomes.
Mahomes. And then
Mahomes,
who's
okay.
5th?
Lamar.
Okay.
6th is Kyler.
I'm surprised not to see Daniel Jones in there.
He's right behind Kyler.
Okay.
Okay, so good call. See, you guys are all
Yeah,
over
we're
it this
feeling
week.
We're feeling it.
Yeah.
I've had
It's gonna be a
time.
good
you know,
week.
I'm feeling good about this week already.
Yeah.
doing this Friday afternoon, I've had time to get my work out of me. I've had some, we've gotten to focus. So yeah,
What now? With this being said, what do you think Josh Allen's percentage owned is right now?
Like-
I'm going to go
What is projected percentage owned?
13%.
Okay,
I'll go 8.
17%.
Wow.
Oh wow,
Again, play whatever quarterback you want.
that's still a lot though.
It's still a lot, but
Let's take this and put it towards Rays League. We don't. What are you guys noticing about so Arthur Morris won Rays League. Congrats, Arthur. I think he might be in Tulsa playing some tournaments this weekend. He had a big week. God, man, I'm losing my train of thought here. What was I talking about?
You said let's look at Rays League.
Yeah.
Ownership
Okay, so how
percentages.
do you worry about ownership when you're building your team for Rays League? How much?
I
Thank you.
probably don't
Sorry.
worry about it enough, meaning that I worry about it too much. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
I think I do too. Like I try to stay away from where if I think everybody's going to
Like
be
I really should not care what people play in Rays League because
don't-
we can get different at other places.
right.
Yeah.
And so, but a lot of talk on that is you're playing chalk, then you just got to distinguish yourself somewhere, right?
Right.
And by distinguish yourself somewhere, is you just got to have a low owned
Like
player in
if
there.
half the field's playing Josh Allen, that's fine. We eat that chalk, but we just get a little bit different somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How much do you think about it, Jared, when you're building your lamps?
I really don't think about it too much. I just think about who I want to play and I play him.
Yeah, your cat. He should be playing cash games.
He should be because
That's how you should.
my mind is more geared towards tournaments than cash.
Yeah, and I think
Way
for
more.
Rays League, if we played a more cash game type lineup,
We do much. We'd be way more consistent.
we don't need to be that different. Is what
We
I-
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Let me ask you this question because this goes with this theme. If
Something
in a vacuum,
okay.
is Josh Allen 3 times more likely to outscore Lamar Jackson?
I would say yes.
3 times more likely.
This week,
Say that one more time.
In a vacuum, is Josh Allen 3 times more likely to outscore Lamar Jackson?
No.
I see. I agree with you. I think it's more 50-50.
Right.
But-
I'd say more 60-40.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. But he's 6% owned
Right.
versus 18.
Right.
So I think there might be. Now here's where I disagree. The salary is only a $100 difference.
that's what I was.
So I would go with you on this case scenario, but I would go with you in terms of projected points.
Right.
I,
What about this? Something that I've noted is as Sunday rolls around, there's cheap chalk seems to roll out and doing.
What's this guy's name? He just said, "What's up?"
I'm not sure.
Oven mitts.
What's up, Oven Mitts?
What's up, Oven Mitts? Welcome to the show.
Yes.
Something that I'd like to talk about a little more is, and something we need to profit is cheap chalk. Like, and what I mean by that is Sunday develops, injury news develops, and suddenly, like last week, Callaway and Shakir busted out as the cheap chalk, right?
Tupac was like on everybody's mind,
right?
And I mean, and it opened everything up. It really did.
Does, and so it opened. That's something that it could be a segment prior to kickoff. Cheap chalk.
Think about this. Like, everybody was on Brady going into cash, us included. We were on Brady.
Yep.
But Shakir opened up the opportunity to get an extra $2,000, so you could just, with making that change, go from Brady to Josh Allen.
Right. And not even
think about it.
Not phasing you.
Not at all. Yeah. And so that's, a lot of people did that.
I'm surprised since we played Shakir that in our cash lineup that we didn't play Josh Allen.
Because we went up other places.
Yeah. Well, we did good. So I'll take it.
We did fine.
We pushed. We pressed. I keep calling it push. We pressed and we won.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
tight end.
Let's switch over to tight end.
He's got a question before we do that.
Oven Mitts, should I start Stevenson or
Both.
Or Alvin Kamara? Is that what I'm
play
saying?
Both.
Is this a league or is this like for DFS?
Yeah, give us a little more details as we go over the chalky tight ends. Let's see. You got a guess for a chalky tight end there?
Yes, I do.
Go, fire it off.
David Njoku.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Nope.
I just don't think that game is being played
The
enough.
thing is, when we guess chalk, everyone's always just picking the cheapest one,
Not
the one that's.
necessarily.
It's what it feels like every single
I'm
time.
gonna go Knox.
Is he playing?
Oh, is that,
He's playing. He's not.
doesn't sound like it. Sounds like we both.
Yeah, you went from my hero to my zero.
Tight end. We're
All right,
struggling.
wait. Don't tell us. Let's try one more time.
You went back. Okay, we'll run it
Guys,
back.
we've been talking about this game all day.
Okay.
I just guessed the game we were. Disley. Ertz.
I'm gonna go with Kelsey.
Two.
I guess.
I just rapid fired two.
Kelsey and Andrews. So they're third and fourth. Okay,
Okay.
that makes sense. Higbee is number one.
Okay, everybody loves Higbee.
And
these
that's
days.
he's a target monster and he's cheap.
He's wearing a questionable tag.
Okay. Number two, I'm not going there, but I'm going to hate myself when he goes off. Kyle Pitts is number
Kyle
two.
Pitts?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not this week. I am not touching him at all.
I was going to say he's not going to be in our show.
No,
No,
I don't.
he's not.
No,
Can't
not at
afford
all.
that variance.
no desire
Hey,
whatsoever.
Evan, it's real quick. Who else are you playing at running back that these guys are your flex option? Is what I want to know. So answer that for us.
Because those are two of the best running back plays of the week.
Those are really good plays. So
yeah,
just
play
curious.
them both.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm curious who the other running backs are. But anyway, so back to tight end. I think this year, like, tight end has sucked so bad. So it's like Andrews or Kelsey or
Nothing else.
whatever. Like,
Well,
throw
I
a
guess-
dart at somebody.
I guess Goddard and Njoku would be.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, Goddard, Njoku, and Higbee would be in that second tier. They haven't done terrible. Njoku's actually hasn't scored less than 10 points the last 3 weeks. Goddard has not done great, but Higbee gets, like you said, a crap ton of targets.
Yeah.
So I listened to a lot of stuff because I was on the road a lot this week, and someone was talking about the curse of the $4,000 tight end, meaning you either pay up and play the Andrews, Kelsey, or you just go and play the dirt.
Yep.
But at the 4,000, that you're losing like 1,400, 1,200, or you could be propping that up in a wide receiver that's a little bit more.
Turn your mic a little bit.
Oh,
whenever
sorry.
you look at me,
That can affect the who you can squeeze in at the wide receiver position, or
Yes.
it can get you up to the quarterback you want. I think that hit home because I play a lot of $4,000 tight ends, and it makes sense. It's like they're just not producing. Now you get the Hawkinson every once in a while, right? But it's just really, really hard to pick which one's going to be, and there's so many good at that range, right? Like,
I think Hawkinson was an isolated case in the sense that it was a highest scoring game, and they were missing a lot of their
it's
pieces
like one of the
that
highest
week.
scoring games in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, and but I mean the other thing too is like Sun God was out, Swift was out. Like
Okay.
I think their number 2 receivers were out.
I know.
he's got
so, yeah.
Saquon and Eckler.
Jeez,
Okay, now it
dude.
makes sense. So you must.
So
It's
he's
just,
in a 4-team league.
yeah, this must be 10 man. I'm going to guess 10,
Yeah.
8 or 10. Anyway, that's a tough choice. That since
Great
you're
running backs,
Yeah,
too.
you got a core there.
I'll probably go with Stevenson.
I'll probably go with Kamara.
So you're going
Really?
So You're going Saquon. You're going Barkley, Eckler,
And then
Kamara.
either Stevenson or Kamara.
Man, that's
so
tough.
me.
Those are-
I say
I would
Stevenson.
say that you
Juice
could
says.
argue those are the top 4 running back plays of the week.
So do the tiebreaker, Matt. I went Stevenson. Juice went Kamara. Who do you think?
I'm going to go Stevenson.
Okay.
And that's just
I
because
think
I
they're
don't.
both good plays.
I don't
yeah,
know that they
I mean,
had-
you can't really lose on
J.J.
either way.
Taylor, the backup, just they don't seem to have any confidence.
My
in.
only thing is like if salary's taken out of the equation, I think Kamara's
Much better.
I don't know, much better, just a better play. But DFS, I'd probably play Stevenson.
It's an 8-man league. Yeah, 8-man leagues are tough. You can't make too
I don't
many.
know. Whenever Harris went out last week, Stevenson got like 22
He
attempts.
did for sure.
They're
for
both
sure.
great. We're
They're
splitting
yeah.
hairs because
Yeah.
they're both really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went over. We snorted the chalk, or we haven't done quarter. We did quarterback. We did
We did
everything.
quarterback.
Yeah, we did it
Okay.
all.
So boom,
It's time to build.
it's time to build. As we say, we're in Rays League, which is a Sunday, Monday, about 35 people league that we're in. So we have the Sunday, Monday game. We didn't talk much about the under 50-cent pieces of whether the Sunday, Monday added much this week.
Did not. The
What is Sunday night?
That's
Dallas,
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Well, that
it's
gets us a little-
projected low. I mean, it's Dallas's defense is great.
Yeah, it's not one I want to get wrapped my
Like
arms
this is
around.
probably not the week I played Jalen Hurts.
Nope, I would probably. And then Monday night is.
Denver and the Chargers.
Oh,
Chargers are going to win.
you think? Oh, good call. Okay, so we got early picks from Jared here.
I mean, I want the Broncos to win, but I haven't.
Is that at LA?
It's at the yeah.
That game doesn't necessarily do a lot. I mean, there's not a lot there, right?
I mean, you got some good players. You got Herbert. You got Eckler.
I like Boone. Maybe is
Yeah.
Gordon still hurt?
Yeah, last I checked, he's still hurt. But Boone also has a questionable tag now.
Oh wow. Okay, they probably pull off some other running back.
Yeah, I don't know what to do there.
They're gonna bring Philip Lindsay back. Okay. Where do you want to start the build at, Juice?
You guys,
Oh, I know where we need to start him at. How about
Yeah,
that?
let's do it.
Anybody we got to cram in the lineup, Jared? Hold on, let me get my pen out so I can write down all 6 of them you want in here. Who's the first one that we're cramming in?
I'd like to do Eno Benjamin.
You like Eno? Wow, you love that much? What's the? Give me okay. If we're gonna be talking about Eno Benjamin, give us the update on Connors.
So Connor was running today on the sideline, but he's still questionable, and most likely he's not going to be playing. So if he is playing, then I don't want to play Eno Benjamin. But if he is not,
That was
Eno
my question.
Benjamin
Is at 4,900,
will not only he'll be the workhorse, so he'll get a lot of rushing attempts, but he is also a pass catcher. Even whenever he's the backup, he gets like four
So
targets
the question
almost
is,
every single week.
Is he a standalone running back? Do you know what that means?
Yeah, like you don't play anything else from that game, or
Oh no, I'm saying that it meaning if he's not just the main running back, he also has value as just period. Meaning he does.
yes, I think he has.
Without condition, is he a good player?
Yeah, I think there is. He'll be valuable in whether they're losing or they're winning,
Okay.
because he'll get targets regardless. And he's only 4,600.
Oh, he's 46. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought he was 49. I was about to make an argument that would have been incorrect. If I were thinking lock and load this week, I think Walker the third. I mean, they don't have. I mean, they have Dallas, but that's the guy they drafted.
DJ Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to throw to him 5 to 6 times. I think their offense is kind of up and grooving right now. He's the guy. If I was cramming somebody in this week, I think that's who I'm.
I'm curious. Who do you guys think wins this game?
Which one?
Arizona Seahawks.
It's at Seattle.
I think it's kind of a coin toss. I haven't even looked at the line.
So is Walker like a game script dependent play? Like
I don't think so. I think not with Penny hurt. Do you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm asking.
They're all kind of game script dependent, I would say.
I mean, Arizona's favored in this game
yeah.
on the road.
So that would make his running back the better play.
It would. Here's my question to you guys: is are you more confident in the running games of both these teams or in the passing games?
I mean, Kyle Murray's passed more than anybody, right? He has
Yeah.
more attempts than any
I
other.
mean, what about Geno?
Gino's probably second.
Okay. So again, I'm going to ask this question: are you guys more confident in the passing game or the running game in this game?
Yeah. I'm with him. If I was going to play a piece of the Cardinals, I'd rather play the running game. If I'm going to play Seattle, I would rather. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay. I'm good. What about you? We didn't hear you. You got a lock and load?
I don't. There's so many good plays this week. I mean, it's really the plays we're going to make to me are going to be predicated on the stacks we're going to kind of come up with, because you could make a good argument that the Seahawks receivers are way underpriced as well for the
Right.
game environment that they're in. I do agree with both of you guys. The running backs look like they're in phenomenal spots
Yeah.
as well.
Well, the good news about playing Benjamin is we have a plethora of choices at the run back
Yeah.
here. I mean,
Yeah. And I do think that Benjamin is more game script protected than Walker is.
I like it.
Yeah.
You guys
And he's
convinced,
cheaper.
you
And
both
he's
convinced
cheaper.
me. I'd
Yeah.
rather play the passing side of the Seattle game than the running side. Though I could argue some that I think Walker's going to be a part of the passing side, but that's I'm fine with Benjamin. He's got a great price tag. He's playing a great defense for him to do well
Yeah,
against.
right.
If we think he's going to get the share of the play, we're good with it. What do you think? You're okay with that, Juice? There's no.
I'm gonna say this. I think the other thing I'm a little bit. I don't know if we need to do this in Rays League, but I think it bears mention. I sort of think that this KC Buffalo game is going to disappoint offensively.
You think so?
I do.
I'm fine with fading
Really?
it. To be honest,
I don't know. I'm not saying in Rays League, but I'm saying that
I'll probably fade it and raise
We
it
remember
myself.
a couple weeks ago that Miami and Buffalo played, right? Mm-hmm. What was the score of that game?
I can't remember.
It's like 20-17.
Yeah, they almost died on the field though. It was so hot.
Yeah, but
Was that the game that Tua went down?
No, that's the game that Tua played decent. They won at the
They
end. He
won.
came back. He got hit and came
Oh,
back.
okay. So that is the game where he had his first concussion.
he came out and he went back in.
Yeah.
For the purposes of our legal team, you're going to need to say alleged concussion on that first one.
Alleged concussion. Yeah. All right.
I guess what I'm saying is things happen in these overly hyped games to where it's not as offensive as we would make it out to be.
Buffalo's like the number one defense in the league, supposedly. So, and I
and-
don't know that Kansas City is running full team. I mean, they did not. They scored 4 touchdowns with Kelsey, but they did not look like the KC that just
No.
tore it down the field in 9 seconds to beat
If-
Buffalo last year.
If I were to get just one piece from that game, it would be Gabe Davis, because Kansas City's really bad at protecting the pass, and Gabe Davis is the guy that goes down the field, and Josh Allen knows how to throw to
He
him.
gets the air yards.
So you just need one play.
I think with Buffalo and with Kansas City, there are certain pieces that I absolutely want to have on that game. Like I probably want to have Kelsey in the lineup.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind either Gabe Davis or Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
And that's about it. Another guy I sort of like, I think is a little bit sneaky this week, is a running back who's about the same price as the guys we're talking about, is Devin Singletary. He gets a lot more production when games are close.
Yeah,
Yes.
When
actually,
they're
I mentioned him to
blowouts-
Matt today.
When
yeah.
they're blowouts, he seems to fade. When they're close, he seems to get a lot more work.
Yeah.
So he's a little bit of a off the wall piece, if you will, in that game that I think most people won't be on, but could really, really produce.
Especially since he had like a pretty quiet game this last week.
If you're not playing Singletary in your lineup after hearing that, you guys aren't just listening. You're just simply not listening, right? I mean, wow.
He's
So,
only 5,900.
Can we run him back with Kelsey? Will anybody object?
No.
That way we don't have to think about the freaking tight end position.
Yeah.
So we want to go Singletary and Kelsey. in
That's
the
what I
second.
just
And I
did.
don't mind Benjamin at all either.
So, Benjamin allows us to do this
Right.
pretty easily.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Okay, and it doesn't force us into a quarterback combo. We can still go a quarterback run back combo that may be a little cheaper. So let's go ahead and get that Daniel Jones stack.
I mean, I'd like to go Geno Smith.
I would too.
Yeah.
I mean, or Kyler for that
Yeah.
matter. Either one. I mean,
Kyler throws more passes than anybody in the league right now. That's just a
Yeah.
fact.
Someone that I've overlooked recently, and I don't know
You
why.
two
I
decide.
have.
I like both of them too. Geno
Is,
or Kyler. Who's cheaper and how? Or Geno is what?
Geno's probably cheaper, I would assume.
he is cheaper than Kyler, by quite a bit, I believe.
Yeah, 5,700.
Yeah.
Someone that I've overlooked the last few weeks
God, I almost really want to play Kyler.
is Marquise Brown. He's been super consistent.
No, I can't play.
Let's see. Gosh,
I think if with Benjamin, we almost have to play Geno,
yeah,
right?
Benjamin is so dirt, dude. It's crazy. Let's go to defense real quick before we do anything.
All right, sounds
Oh,
good.
wow, going over the cheap defense.
I'm just going to say this. My favorite defense this week is Minnesota against the Miami rookie quarterback. Yeah, I know they're
So-
$3,400.
Let me explain something about Skylar Thompson. Okay, like this is not me. This is we have boots on the ground here.
Turn your mic a
this
little
Big
bit.
12 guy.
We have watched this guy play for 4 years. He ain't going to turn the ball over.
You don't think so?
No, that's the last thing he's going to do. He may not gain you a first down in the game, but he's not going to turn the ball over.
So you watched him in college then?
Yes, a lot.
What team was he on?
Kansas State. He beat OU
I
twice.
I will tell you this.
He beat Oklahoma twice.
Really?
I will tell you this. There were people going into the season that were more excited about Skylar Thompson than just about anybody on the Dolphins roster.
Really?
I'm telling you,
Like-
I'm not joking around.
All right, well, I
He's
trust
a-
you guys.
He's a run pass threat too. He
Yeah,
can
he's
run the
dual.
ball.
Yeah.
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 I mean, so he may get 100 yards rushing. They may run a conservative offense where they're handing the ball and just dinking it to Waddle.
Really?
If Hill's hurt, I think that's what they will do. So
Okay.
I'm not hating it. I just don't think Skylar Thompson's your answer for turnovers.
All right.
One,
I
don't
trust
think
you.
I don't think he's going to throw the ball enough. Right. So, and two, I just don't think that's just not his game.
So with your knowledge on Skylar Thompson, you're going to play absolutely no Miami wide receivers this week because
Yep.
and you
In fact, I've kind of faded this game altogether.
faded the game altogether.
Yeah.
So no Justin Jefferson.
Nope.
Uh,
You want Jefferson going against Howard?
what about David Cook?
I think that's the best play of the game.
Did I say his name right?
I think
You got it in the vicinity.
Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook.
I think Howard is a little banged up though, from what I remember.
Who?
Xavier Howard.
Oh, is he?
I think so.
So we should be looking at Jefferson a little bit.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. We
The good news is it sounds like we're going to save some money, so we're going to have some choices on who we want to pay up with.
we'll see. I mean,
Okay, so I wasn't bashing your defense.
No,
I
I appreciate the knowledge.
normally you see rookie quarterback and you think,
Yeah.
oh, let's tack him. Not the type of rookie quarterback
All right.
that I would think is going.
I will say this: I don't really like a lot of the dumpster dive defenses this week. I'm more inclined to pay up a little bit
and
this
play
week.
Tampa.
I think Tampa's in a good spot. I think maybe Philly against Dallas at home.
I mean, this is
Maybe.
Right.
so.
What
so
about the Browns at home against New England?
let me ask this question because I am curious. Regardless of salary, which defense do you think is going to score the most points?
Projected point total?
No, I mean like just
I'll go with Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Yeah. Playing against Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah. Let's
Pickens is somebody who will throw interception.
Okay. All right.
Pickett, not Pickens.
So that's Tampa. So you like Tampa Bay?
I like Tampa. I mean, if we're going to pay up a defense, that's where I'd go. But that's
see.
expensive.
The three highest projected defenses this week to score are the Rams, the Packers, Tampa Bay, 49ers, and then the Bears.
49ers have
So
been
the-
playing
Well,
great.
the Bears played last night, but yeah.
So which one of those, Juice, do you think, regardless of salary, will score the most points?
I do agree with Matt on Tampa Bay. I also like San Francisco with Atlanta against Mariota.
Yeah, I like San Francisco.
And
too.
they're a little bit cheaper. So,
Plus, I think Tampa's going to be so highly. I think Fournette, Tampa D, we're going to see a lot of in Ray's
could.
league.
I'd be happy with playing safe at defense this week.
yeah.
Okay, so we want to.
You want to go Tampa? Is that what we're thinking?
I'm fine with the 49ers, to be
Yeah,
honest.
they save us
49ers?
a little bit of money.
They save us a couple $100.
Okay,
Yeah.
49ers.
And they give us a little bit of variation off of what I think will be the most popular.
And then we have a question up there.
Quickly. Jimmy G or Russell Wilson this week?
Oh, God,
wow.
just
Jimmy
stay
G.
away from Russell Wilson.
Jimmy
Yeah,
G.
just Jimmy G.
Cut them both and play Skylar Thompson.
yeah,
Jimmy
yeah,
G-
yeah.
Jimmy
get-
G.
And if you don't know why, rewind the show about 3 minutes and listen, and you'll know why. But I truly would play Skylar Thompson over both those people.
Would you play? So this is a personal
Actually,
question.
but Russell Wilson's a better play. I
Would
think.
you play Skylar Thompson over Kirk Cousins?
No.
Would you play Skylar Thompson over Daniel Jones?
No.
All right, then I'm good.
Yeah.
Good.
No.
I would play Jimmy G personally in that scenario.
Okay. I can get on board with that. Russell's struggling, man. That offense
Yeah.
is
Jimmy
constipated.
G against
I wouldn't
Atlanta
trust him.
and
That
Adele,
offense is constipated. They're having trouble moving. They lost Javante Williams. They're all three running backs are banged up. They just
And Russell Wilson just is overthrowing everybody.
Yeah.
It's not the weapons on Denver are good. It's just Russell can't get him the freaking ball.
get rid of that can. I don't need you banging that can around.
Oh, did I bang it?
No. You're like emphasizing your point with the can. No, I enjoyed it.
I'm so frustrated with
It was
Russell
funny.
Wilson.
I just wait, go to the next one. Yeah, let's move on to that. We don't need the empty can emphasization.
My bad.
No, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. It wasn't a.
I just
we don't
Denver
need-
fan that thought we finally have a quarterback and we don't. All right,
Okay,
anyways,
Juice, we went with 49ers D. We got 5,600 average
That's
left.
what I have. Yeah.
We're sitting pretty good. quarterback is tough. What do you guys think? We're kind of all over the place.
I want to do Geno Smith or Kyler. I'd be happy with either.
Yeah, I'm kind of. The fact is, I'm kind of happy with either too.
Yeah.
I think Geno makes more sense.
Let me ask you this: Gino and Tyler. How much do you think Tyler Lockett is this week?
Like 57.
$5,600.
Yeah, that's why. I'm with you. It's just.
I mean, I'm good with a Geno stack with Metcalf and Lockett.
They're both. Yeah, I don't mind that either. Why can I not find Geno? There he is.
I understand it's super chalky, but it's the chalk that I'd like to
We
snort.
just discussed that we can play a little bit more chalky this as we are definitely going to distinguish ourselves at some place, right?
I think Singletary is right off the bat distinguishing us from a lot of lineups.
I would agree.
So if we did Geno Smith in both Lockett and Metcalf, we have 4,900 for the wide receiver and flex.
Juice, what's your thoughts on the double stack? So what is Metcalf?
6,800.
Let's look at other receivers in that price range. Is there people that we like? I'd almost we can't.
Gabe Davis is 65.
I mean, this is where Kansas City, and I said this at the very beginning of the year.
I just want to say Lazard will score a touchdown against the Jets. By the way,
He's 6,000.
yeah.
Is that I said Patrick Mahomes could be the highest scoring quarterback this year, but have good luck figuring out who the receivers are going to be.
Well, I think
Other than Kelsey, I don't know.
It's
like,
you literally just have to throw a dart.
you really do.
But what's his name? Scantling. He's actually, I think
He's pretty cheap.
He's-
Juju's cheap.
he's cheap and he's been getting consistent targets. So like if I was going to pick anyone,
why
it
are we
would be
looking at Kansas City
Valdez
receivers?
Scantling.
Just out of curiosity.
Just because it's the highest scoring game of the week.
Oh, okay. Well, we got Kelsey in the lineup.
Yeah, we do. So we have Singletary. Should we just basically move on from that game?
I believe so. I thought that was your point. It's
Okay.
like, yeah.
Okay. I'm just.
I thought we
just
were
making
like
sure.
we're going to pick a little.
I was
No,
just
no.
I was just simply saying that if I was going to pick any wide receiver,
Though I wouldn't mind playing Gabe Davis.
I'd love to play. I'd love to play Gabe Davis. I was simply saying that Scantling's only 4,500 this week. He's gotten an average.
I think not playing James Allen or Mahomes is going to distinguish our lineup a lot, and we'll be able to block points in this game by playing some of their parts, right?
Yeah. I just wanted to finish this thought. Scantling, I think, at 4,500 could easily pay off at that price.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick any
I
wide
think
receiver, that's the one I'm going.
My thoughts are at 50. We have 5,500 for 3 plays. There's no reason to
No, we don't have to get into this lineup.
any high variance players at this point.
Can I bring up a name though that I think we're a little bit overlooking?
Sure,
At
I'd love to.
receiver.
This
This
guy's
guy
go-
got
this
8
guy's going.
targets last week.
8.
Okay, I'm about to write this down.
He plays opposite Geno with
Okay.
Kyler. Rondale Moore got
He's
7
back.
catches for 8 targets.
Now we already do have the running part of that
Yeah,
game.
but
Running
it's
back.
we're going kind of all in on this game. Maybe $4,200.
And he's going to allow us. So that's going to allow us to play almost anything we want.
$4,200. He was 4,100 last week. He got 13.1 fantasy points with 8 targets and 68
I just want to also point out he's playing on a fast track in Seattle.
Yeah.
And he had 2 rushing attempts for -7 yards.
That's so. If there's a prop, that might be one of my props till he drops. Is his rushing total will be higher this week?
Oh yeah, I'm sure that was fluky. But yeah, I like it. $4,200.
Okay, if we're gonna do that, I think the next move is to play our favorite player.
So
right? I
so
think
we're
we
getting
ha-
rid of.
I
We
think
don't
the
have
ability to play
Metcalf.
whoever we want. There's plenty of cheap wide receiver plays that we could fill in here, so we can literally play whoever we want and adjust from there. So we'll do it right now. You can play anybody, regardless of salary. This week, who's the projected highest point getter? Kupp has a great matchup, but he's banged up a bit. Jefferson, we
really
talked
has.
about. Howard's banged up. He's playing at Miami. It hasn't proven to be I'd much rather love that game if it was at Minnesota. Diggs, we talked about a bunch. Chase is a thug. Has a very tough matchup. Samuel, I think it's a good play.
Chase is a thug.
I mean, Gardy said he was. So,
Shout out to Gardy.
yeah.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Wasn't there a running back that was very chalky this week that we all liked earlier in the conversation?
Walker the third? No.
No, Ramondre.
Oh,
Stevenson, yeah.
We
yeah,
could
yeah,
plug
yeah.
him in the flex.
boy, we're gonna have so much money.
So we all have 6,500 for, and we can get Gabe Davis.
Ah, listen, look, you made his day.
We can get Gabe Davis.
You made the kid's
I was
day.
thinking about it.
You
Jared, when I looked
made
at
the
this.
Yeah.
kid's day.
That's
I like this
perfect.
lineup.
I love it.
Kind of locked in. Out of all the lineups we built, this has been, I believe, the one that locked in the easiest. Thoughts?
Seemed like it.
Let's go over it a little bit.
This feels like
go over the lineup. Tell us
a
what-
240-point lineup.
Tell them what we got so far.
So we got Geno Smith, we got Eno Benjamin, as long as Connor doesn't play.
Okay.
Singletary.
I think Benjamin's a standalone play, regardless.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I think he's going to get a lot of carries. Period.
yeah,
Meaning,
you think that even if Connor plays, he can pay off that salary?
Yes.
Okay. Gabe Davis at wide receiver, Lockett, Rondell Moore, Travis Kelce,
more could be a home run.
Stevenson, and then the 49ers. This feels good, and it feels better than the last few times we've said this. It feels good.
If you watch our shows back, if you watch the shows back, the last couple of weeks, we struggled. There were points in the lineup
struggled.
building where we were like, what do we do here? This one kind of just
It fits pretty nicely.
right.
Yeah.
I like it.
What I like is, here's the deal. There are 2 games on the docket this week that are head and shoulders above every other game.
Repeat them: Arizona, Seattle,
Seattle, Kansas City, Buffalo. We got a bunch of pieces. in
Yeah,
both
I
those
like
games.
it. I like it.
I mean, and I think they're both these games are going to be fairly chalky, and I think we differentiated ourselves on players from both of these games.
I agree. I like it. I really do like this lineup. I'm not just saying it.
I love it. I love it.
It's different than anything I built. I
It-
needed
it
your
would
guys'
be-
input because this is definitely different than anything I built. But
It'd be hard to sell me on anything other than this because we got pieces and everything that I want.
we
Yeah,
played our
to be part
we
of.
played your favorite player. I think Gabe Davis was your favorite player of the week.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's definitely my favorite player.
Julio took care of you there.
Yeah.
And
We got a question.
playing Stevenson is a great play. Yeah, I was going to get you that. If T. Higgins plays or Michael Thomas are healthy, would you start them? My thoughts quickly. I love T. Higgins. He has been a fantasy monster since he came into the league.
I
His
do
problem
love-
is that he really can't stay healthy. That's so.
Yeah, I know,
if
that's-
he's
that
healthy,
sucks.
I am always playing T. Higgins.
It does.
think he's better than
It
Chase
feels
right now.
like every single week something happens to T. Higgins.
He's had a rough
You
season.
know what my favorite thing about T. Higgins is?
What?
He's not a thug.
and I haven't heard the reports of him. Guardy did not tell me he was a thug.
And I'm not sure how healthy Michael Thomas is, so I wouldn't feel comfortable playing him.
Yeah, if he were healthy in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Who do they have? New Orleans has. We didn't play any of that game. You talked about that game. Is that New Orleans, Cleveland? Who was it?
Let me see. It's New Orleans, Cincinnati.
That has some potential to go
It
up.
does. It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Lineup went quicker than we want, so now we can just kind of randomly chat about some of our favorite plays.
favorite place? Yeah, that sounds
So
good.
let's start with cheap chalk. What is some of the guys that we feel like that are we kind of went a little less variance lineup and played kind of a lot of mid range, right? So we didn't have to go dumpster diving, right?
So one of my you already mentioned him, but Khalil Shakir.
yeah.
Shakir.
So I don't want guys you like. I want who do you think the industry will be squeezing in?
What's the salary we're looking at?
I mean anything. Who's the cheap chalk? Who's Callaway and Shakir this week? Who do you think are gonna when Sunday rolls around? What injuries are out there that might pop up? Like Boyd. Somebody. He's not that cheap, right?
So
I think Dobbs is a big play these days, right?
Yeah.
Boyd is
Dobbs
5,100. Dobbs is
Still under 5,000.
yeah, he's 4,800. I like Dobbs against the Jets.
What's the
for sure.
threshold we're going on?
Let's just do this. Favorite receiver under 5K.
Under 5K. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You be looking at that too.
I mean, I already mentioned his name, but I really do feel like Scantling will pay off at 4,500.
I mean, he's. I think he's a little high variance, but I think he has the potential.
He absolutely is. You are absolutely right.
He has the potential for 20 easily. Yeah.
Yes.
And he looked good. He's trending towards being more of a target.
He feels to me like the number one wide receiver in Kansas City more than Smith-Schuster, or what's his name?
Smith-Schuster's struggling.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the
He
it.
looks dusty, dude.
He
yeah,
does
he just
look
doesn't
dusty.
have the it, right? Like
And
He's not
and
sexy.
and he's cheaper than him.
Yeah.
And he has more opportunity
how
to
much is Scanley?
4,500.
Okay, who's yours, Juice?
Two guys I'm going to go back to week is George Pickens from Pittsburgh He's really cheap. I think he's
I like Pickens
kind
too
of coming
this
out
week.
as the number one guy there.
Yeah.
And another dude I like this week a lot. We liked him last week is Devin Duvernay.
Yeah, I think
So is
he's-
Bateman back?
I don't
Or-
think so. I think he's still I don't think he practiced this week. So,
I'm ready to say Devin Duvernay is a good football player. Period.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I agree. Looking down the list a little bit, I mean,
Dobbs we mentioned, right?
we did.
Let's see some of my crazy lineups that we got in here.
I mean, we've got Rondell Moore. I think he's in a good spot.
Oh yeah, Rondell Moore. He's in our lineup. He's
Yeah.
4,200.
I think McCole Hartman from the Chiefs, I think, is another guy.
So I just pulled up a lineup and Hardman's in it.
Yeah.
I have Hardman and Shakir in that lineup. And here's one of mine, Zach Oz. Remember from the old days?
Yeah. Olamide
yeah.
Zacchaeus.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Not my favorite matchup, but he definitely for $4,000. I feel like he can pay off his price.
You're talking
tag.
about he scores us a 0, Zacchaeus?
Yes,
Yeah. When we
That's fun.
played him, he did.
it's funny.
After he had a great week.
This whole team is cheap wide receiver because I paid up at tight end and running back. I've got Devernay, Shakir, Oz, and Hardman all in my lineup.
Yeah. Another dude I like this week, sneaky, is Gallup against Philly.
Yes,
I think they're going to
yes,
be down
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, I
They're
feel
gonna be
like-
throwing the ball.
He'll
Yeah.
probably get more opportunity than he has all year. I mean, he's played two games
Philly
so far.
throughout my lifetime has been like 13-10.
Let me
right?
ask you this
That's
question,
always what the
since
score
we
is.
have a couple minutes. The Philly-Dallas game, I think, for Jalen Hurts might be one of the more important games of his NFL career.
5-0 against 4-1.
If you can't
Sunday
beat,
night, right?
if you can't beat Cooper Rush at home, are you the
That's-
franchise quarterback?
That's what they're talking
Right.
about. The
For
Dan
Philly.
Lemon Church show was that
It's a
this
good question.
was a big game for Philly
And,
because
I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan.
I love
I
Hurts.
like Jalen Hurts.
You know, I doubted him this year, but he's proven me wrong.
But if he loses at home to Cooper Rush,
Yeah.
they got draft picks next year. I
Yeah.
mean, do they get another quarterback?
I would assume yes.
I mean, it would always make sense to draft one and even.
Stash him or whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just don't see how if they lose this week, it's going to be his fault. I just haven't seen him do anything that would cause me to be concerned
He's
about.
going up against arguably the best defense in the league.
So this is a prove it game.
It is a prove-it game.
It is a prove it game. All right, so before we end, I would like to get you guys' input on this. So
I'm still going to go over some top shelf running back. We didn't talk much about high end running back because we're not necessarily playing it.
So what I was going to ask, it goes through all of the spots, just regardless of salary, your favorite plays of
This
the week.
week?
Yeah, of
Okay.
the week. So let's go with quarterback. Regardless of salary, who do you think is going to score the most fantasy points?
Allen.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to argue against. I mean, I think Allen is probably the highest scorer of the week.
Now we did say that we were fearing that this game may underproduce. Though.
Right. Yeah. So you
So-
think that Allen's going to outscore Patrick Mahomes this
Yes.
week? Okay. All right. So regardless of salary, who is your favorite running back this week?
That's a good question. Barkley has a good matchup, but he's right. Chubb is always.
Chubb has been the
Super
most
consistent.
consistent running back of the year so far.
I'm going to go with Barkley. I think they're just building the offense around him right now. So
I'm going to go with I'm going to go three guys.
Three?
I probably shouldn't. But
Rank them.
these would be
Eckler, Dalvin, Uncle Lenny.
and put
Okay.
him. Oh, Lenny's another great one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Lenny Bucks D is going to be a really popular.
I'm going to go number 1, Dalvin, number 2, Lenny, number 3, Eckler.
Okay.
Fair.
I like it. All right. Regardless of salary, favorite wide receiver play of the week.
Oof. Oh, Cup.
Cup?
He's just got a smash spot.
Yeah, I know. Against Carolina. Man, I wish he wasn't nearly $10,000.
Yeah, I mean, but I still think he projects out the best.
Yeah.
What about you? I'd be interested who you say, Juice.
This is a sneaky one.
How low do you think Cincinnati's ownership is going to be after everybody tried to play him the last couple of weeks? And it's
They're
just-
going to have a comeback game at some point. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
Well, a
see.
sneaky guy I like this week is Michael Pittman Jr.
You know,
So you think that he's the
He's one of them. I think top end receiver is Justin Jefferson.
yeah, oh, okay.
Really? Okay.
He's just, dude. He's I don't know.
So you think Justin Jefferson could potentially be the highest scoring wide receiver this week?
I do.
Okay.
So, what about you?
I think. I mean, I really think it could be Gabe Davis.
Yeah. Oh wow.
be.
If If he is, he's getting the prize.
I don't know if you guys remember last year in our playoff run, Gabe.
Yeah, he
Davis,
just killed it.
Yeah.
had
He-
4 touchdowns against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He always seems open. I'm glad he's back healthy.
They made a comment last week that last week was the healthiest he'd been all year.
He looked good. He looked
He
good.
looked explosive,
As he
obviously.
97 yards down the
Yeah.
field.
Yeah. All right, last spot. Regardless of salary,
Kelsey.
favorite tight end play, Kelsey for Matt. What do you think, Juice?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it's kind of easy.
him,
on this
him
one.
or
I mean,
Andrews, I think.
It's
but
generally him or Andrews. So.
Yeah.
Let's do not named Kelsey, not named Andrews.
Okay.
Favorite
That's
tight
good.
end play.
That's good. I like that. I got
Shane.
one.
Give it to us.
Njoku.
Yeah, he's a great play. I mean, they started about 4 weeks ago just firing him up, and he hasn't stopped since, right?
Yeah.
He's a threat to
looking
score
good.
every week. He's definitely a touchdown threat every
He's a
week.
threat to score. He's been getting the targets. He's been producing. He's a.
You're going to probably get him
solid-
at like plus 350, almost plus 400 to score a touchdown on the props this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Do you think that pays?
What?
Do you think that's a good prop bet?
Yeah, I think he scores a
You
touchdown
think he
this
scores a
week.
touchdown?
Yes, if I had to
Okay.
bet, I'd bet he scores a touchdown this week.
my sneaky tight end is George Kittle.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
All right.
Toby and Chris will be glad to hear that.
Yeah,
Against Atlanta?
Against Atlanta in
Yeah.
the dome on a fast track.
That looks good.
I like it.
Yeah.
What about Debo? Do you think Debo smashes
I
this
think
week?
so too. I think
We
San
didn't mention him
Francisco's
a
in
whole
a
bunch.
sneaky spot. Like,
To smash pretty
yeah,
good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could play that game. We could play a lot of that game if we wanted to, pretty easily. You could
Yeah.
you could stack a whole bunch of that, and you got. So if you're playing that game, you running it back with London or Pitts, or Algier
I probably. I mean, it depends. Like if I play
or
Debo,
OZ.
if I'm playing Debo, I'd probably run it back with Pitts. If I'm playing Kittle, I'd probably run it back with London.
Okay.
So you're still willing to have some kind of exposure to Pitts at this point?
Maybe. I mean,
If you're going to play that game, you're going to just have to assume you're going to have to. Hope
there's
that-
going to be 1 week where he just blows up.
He's had one good week this year, right?
Yeah.
decent week.
Yeah.
Not explosive, but
Yeah.
like did what you needed him to
Do you remember his last year in college? His first game, he had 4 touchdowns for Florida.
In the first quarter.
Yeah, and it was literally the first quarter.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway,
Wow.
something we're going to be bringing you tomorrow, hopefully, is our favorite college football plays. We got a busy producer this weekend doing
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can
bachelor
show
parties and
Yeah, I've got
and weddings, and so.
I got some stuff to do.
But we're getting more content to you all
Yes.
each week, and watch it because it's information that we truly believe in. Last night
Yeah.
we gave you 3 props. We hit 2 of them. The third
Two of
one,
them. One of them paid 2-1.
right?
Yep.
I mean, we're giving you information that we believe
hit.
in, that we are putting ourselves money on, or me, I should say. I'll speak for me on that. So anyway, and if you got prop questions, I'll always take those. So if you got a prop you're looking at, let me know. I'll tell
Thanks
you
for
my
the
thoughts.
questions today, guys.
Yeah, Nick, thanks. I can't read the other one's name, but thank you. The one with the question that has the awesome 8-man team there.
Oven mitts.
Oven Mitts.
Of a miss, that's right.
Look, we haven't done this in a while. Thank you, Ming and Chris and Jim and Greg and Gardy and Toby and all the guys I know that you put us on and you listen to us, whether you're showering or driving. I know I get the complaints that it's hard to watch YouTube because they don't have the fancy thing where they can go through.
It's only $15 and you can watch it.
Okay.
Just do it.
We'll get you, we're gonna give.
Also, please like and subscribe. guys.
Yeah, like and
I'm
subscribe.
gonna do this. I'm gonna if we can get over 150 subscriptions by next week, I'll give out free T-shirts. I'll just start sending
That's
out
great.
shirts again.
That's great.
I'll fire up some more shirts.
We'll just pick
That's
out
great.
random
We should make a
users and
short
we'll
out
do
of
We'll
it.
just
Hey,
make- yeah, we'll-
subscribe to us if you want a free shirt.
And
Get us
we'll-
to 150 subscribers.
Help us get to 150, and we're gonna randomly start firing off some T-shirts.
There you go.
We haven't done season 3 T-shirts yet. I need to get
Nope.
season 3
Are
T-shirts
we
out.
eligible for the free T-shirts like on the show? Or?
Sure, why not? Anyway, I know I mentioned there's other guys. I think Heckenkamp listens a lot. Ray, I hope you listen some.
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
All you guys who are listening, who are asking us questions, who are giving us positive feedback, it's truly appreciated. We've upped our
It is.
subscribers. We're not killing numbers yet, but we're at least making a steady increase.
If you have a thought, post a comment.
Yeah.
We love the comments.
We're trying. Well, they love the comments. No, I love the comments. Yeah, we're trying to get some. We're trying to get some more content. We're trying to do a little bit better stuff here. We'll get the scores in DFS. We're here as a model. You guys are obviously playing who you want. We're just showing you model. We play different lineups and different things too.
Yep.
Our show lineup's just a kind of a culmination of what the three of us like, and we're giving you guys. But Juice, what's your thoughts as we wrap up week?
Let's wrap it up.
Is it 6?
I'm waiting for an explosion, and I think this could be the week.
I think this is the week.
I think we have a
I think
220 coming up.
Yeah. We're going to outplay everyone this week. I think we might make our $500.
What's our $500?
Your
Oh.
$500.
Oh, by winning a week?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's this week.
I've already won a week, by the way.
I'm saying like the
Oh,
show.
yes.
You're getting your $500.
I just had to
this
get that
week.
in
I'll-
there.
Yeah.
I might be in
Also-
34th place, but I have won a week.
Yes, you have.
Hey.
Yes, you have.
If we can get to 150 subscribers by kickoff,
Uh-oh, by kickoff. What's the Juice going to drop on them?
we'll drop our cash lineup in on Twitter Space.
Which is killing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that sounds great. Help us like and subscribe. Send it to your friends if you think they'll like it. We just want to do this for you all. And
Yeah.
We do it for ourselves. And
Help us make this our full-time job.
Help us help you.
yes.
Yeah, help us help you.
Anyway, fun show. Got it in on a weird, late Friday afternoon. I like it. We got tons of information. So I think that's good. What time are we going to be here next week? We think Thursday. Oh no, we're going to do Friday next week.
Well, you said if Emmy's here,
Emmy's
we're
not
doing-
gonna be here.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
guys.
we'll do
Emmy's not gonna be
Friday
here.
if it works with
Let's shoot
everybody.
for Friday at noon.
Friday
Yeah,
at
Friday
noon
at
next
noon.
week is our
Friday
goal.
noon next
Maybe
week.
if we end up at 1, we'll. Anyway, look for us around Friday at lunch next year. And thank you for the participation. Anything else from either of you?
Nope.
Let's
good.
just get a laugh track in. It was a fun show.
Great show. Everything
Um,
worked. Technology gods were on our side. Too.
Yeah. Did we run smooth? We did.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't even
was-
think about it. It just ran so smoothly. It was just
Everything looks good. Look. If you move your hand, everybody move your hand.
Everybody.
You see how smooth that looks?
Yes.
That is a good sign.
It is definitely a lot faster than it used to be. This is fun. How long should we do this for? Okay, I'm going to take us out. You ready to get?
Yep.
You ready? Oh, watch this.
Let's do it.
This should be very severe. He's got two tea times in him now.
Nice. Ooh.
I want the next show that Emmy's on that you guys have a bob off.
A bob off?
Yeah. Anyway, good show, Juice.
Yeah,
Any
for
final
sure.
thoughts as as he bobs this out?
No, man. Let's kill it, dude. I'm
It feels like a winning week.
does